All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Highland Park Brewery, and they're out of Los Angeles, California, and this is their Timbo Pils. So they're calling this one a West Coast Pilsner with Mosaic and Citra hops. It comes in at 5.8% alcohol by volume. No IPAs listed in time of review. This can is just over 3 months old. I'm going to give a huge thanks, shout out once again to a very good friend of mine and a viewer of the channel, Sierra Hotel, for this beer. So big thanks to him. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies that he hooked me up with. And the channel was on hiatus for a couple months, and right before I went on hiatus, Sierra Hotel sent me a bunch of just fantastic beer mails. This beer was included in there. A lot of the beers I'm not reviewing because they're too old. This one, just over 3 months old. If this was probably like a hazy double or triple, I might not review it, but it's a Pilsner, and even though it's dry hop with Mosaic and Citra, I think this is going to still be delicious. Plus, after having a beer from them, I think it was their Hello LA courtesy of Sierra Hotel, which was really good, I wanted to review this one. I wanted to try it. This is like the beer they're kind of known for, I believe. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and yeah, I can't wait to crack this one open. I'm just hoping that it's held up quite well. Not ideal freshness, but Sierra Hotel, when he sent me this beer, I think it was like 2-3 weeks old, something like that. So not on him, totally on me, and I'm just hoping it's pretty delicious. Okay, nice hiss to it, and let's see how it pours out. I'm using the North Park glass that he sent my way, and I've been wanting to use this one on camera, so this is the first time I'm using it on camera, and I'm telling you, this looking absolutely beautiful, this beer. Like, it's looking like a Pilsner should look. Hold the phone. I think this one held up. Anyway, so yeah, that looks like a Pilsner, has that straw kind of yellow golden color. It does have more haze. I don't know if that's chill haze or hop haze, or if it's just, you know, condensation. No, it's definitely not. Yeah, so it definitely has a haziness to it. It doesn't look like a straight up super filtered Pilsner. I didn't think it would be, you know, looking like that to a T. Plus, it's 3 months old. Some particulars probably floating around and whatnot. 2 fingers of a bright white soap sudsy looking head. But that, I mean, in the North Park glass too, this thing's looking fantastic. And I love the North Park glass. It says Ales and Lagers, Friends and Neighbors, San Diego, California. I don't know why I'm showing North Park glass in a Highland Park review, but it is what it is. Let's get a nose. That smells fucking. So when I cheated a little bit and I smell it, this smells fan-fucking-tastic at just over 3 months old. Oh man, this has so much of citrus just for days. It's like Hulkamania running wild in the 80s. It has orange, it has Tangelo, or I say Tangelo wrong. Tangelo? Probably Tangelo. I'd like to say Tangelo, so I'm going to say Tangelo. But yeah, it has that. It has a lemon lime kind of spritzy nature to it. It also has a nice berry essence. Like, just like a bright, like raspberry, maybe even a little bit of a dank blueberry. Oh man. It has a candied, almost Skittle-like kind of essence. So picture that orange, the lemon, and the lime, but it has like a Skittle kind of feel to it. It has a sweeter candied orange. Underneath it, it just has that Pilsner base. It has like a biscuity kind of, almost bready, but more biscuity than anything. Biscuity, crackery kind of malt base. For like a hop-forward beer, despite the fact that it's a Pilsner, this is one of the best hop-forward noses I've ever had in a beer that is 3+ months old, which again, I say that I'm not reviewing a lot of the stuff from Sierra Hotel because it's, you know, 3.5-4 months old, and I'm sure a lot of those beers are probably going to be not that great. Some of them though are going to be like this, at least in the aroma, where they're still holding up. It's a crapshoot. It depends on the brewery, depends on a lot of different factors, but this is holding up, and I thought it would. Just the fact that it's a Pilsner, the dry hopping with Mosaic and Citra, I still think, even if you didn't get a lot of that hop character, I still think it would be awesome. I am, thankfully, and it's fucking divine. Yeah, I want to get into this. It's basically candied citrus, little bit of berry. You could say a touch of like a mango, a peach, something like that, with a nice Pilsner base. It smells dynamite. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Sierra Hotel. I could drink about 7 billion glasses of this because it is fucking awesome. Man, so the first step, take another sip before I start spewing out of my mouth. The first half of it is where that Pilsner really shines. But let's go body mouthfeel like typically. Body, lower side of medium. It's 5.8%. Lower side medium is fine. I want it to be a little bit lighter and crushable, and it is. The mouthfeel, it's super crisp and effervescent, like moderate to high carbonation, but not like, like a soda pop where it's like dancing on your tongue, or like, sparkling water or something, or seltzer water, but it has a high carbonation. Very clean beer, but it's definitely, carbonated quite a bit. The taste, though, I'm telling you right up front, it's biscuity, it's crackery, it's bready, almost like slightly doughy. It's beautiful. It's probably the Pilsner malt kicking everything in. As it passes through, I get like this lemony kind of character. And it's funny because I was talking about like the candied citrus. I don't get that right at the forefront. I just get this like lemon zest, lemony kind of, just maybe even a slight lemon lime. But as it passes through, like halfway through, that's where that candied kind of citrus hits. Again, candied orange, lemon, lime. You can even maybe throw in like a tangerine. I don't have a lot of grapefruit for me, more of like that orange and lemon lime. So underlying, say a white peach or a mango, but they're under ripened. The blueberry is there, but it's more of like, not a sweet blueberry. It's more like, I said dank blueberry in the nose. I would say that's more in the realm of what I'm tasting. It finishes with this dank, slightly herbaceous, grassy kind of hop character. And this is mild to moderately bitter and more approaching moderate. So yeah, you can tell this is a dry hopped Pilsner as opposed to just a regular Pilsner. It almost blends and skirts a line of like, is this a cold IPA? Is this an IPL? Is it something in that realm? Or is it one of these new school West Coast IPAs that kind of drink like a lager because they're so crisp and refreshing and just kind of clean? Whatever you want to call this, they call it West Coast Pilsner, Mosaic and Citra hops. It's fucking awesome. And I could only imagine how expressive the hops would be if I drank this when I originally got it, 2.5, 3 weeks old. It would have been through the roof. This is everything I want in a modern Pilsner that's called a West Coast Pilsner. It has a hop character there for days. You still get the base Pilsner. It's pretty balanced. It's very dry on the palate. This is almost full on dry, but the dryness and the bitterness isn't overwhelming. There's still enough of like a sweet malty character at the beginning of the palate to kind of offset to some degree. And it just makes it infinitely more drinkable and crushable. And this is 5.8%. It doesn't taste like it. This is just a fantastic, again, West Coast Pilsner, as they call it. And something that if I could get this locally would be occasionally in my fridge, because the one thing holding it back is the price point, which we'll talk about in a second. Let me take a sip and kind of dial in a number here, because this is fucking awesome. How many times can I say that in a review? As many times as I please, I guess. I don't know. I just, when I get excited about a beer like this, I just want to scream from the rooftops, be like, hey man, try this one out. And the folks who won't touch this because it's not super fresh, don't be afraid. It is a Pilsner, and I think it will hold up. I think this will hold up for another couple months, maybe even 6 months. Like, I'd be curious to see. I do have 1 can left from it. I might drink that in another 3 months and see how this is doing, because I can't believe how intense the hops are right now. Anyway, one more sip and we'll rate it. Yeah, this is a great West Coast Pilsner, a great hop forward Pilsner, whatever you want to call it. So Timbo Pils from Highland Park. I have absolutely 0 issues giving this beer right here a 4.5 out of 5. That's where I'm going with this. I think it's awesome. And I'm glad I chose to review this one. Yeah, thank you, Sierra Hotel, for hooking me up with an entire 4-pack of this. It's, whew, I'm thrilled. I'm so thrilled. All right, price point availability. I forgot about the availability. I know Sierra Hotel always tells me, I think he told me, like, I think these are like, I don't know if these are brewery only Timbo Pils, but I definitely know you can go to the brewery and buy them. They might get into, local bottle shops and whatnot, but if you live in the Los Angeles area, you should be able to get your hands on their stuff, go to the brewery, maybe go to a local bottle shop, but I would highly recommend checking this one out. They also have a double dry hop version of this, which I think would be probably fantastic. I don't know, but sounds awesome. Price point, this is where it's a little wonky. Keep in mind, it is Los Angeles. It'd be like, the equivalent of buying beer in, New York City, $18 a 4-pack. I've seen prices like that in non-huge cities, so it doesn't surprise me. I mean, Schilling, one of the best lager producers here in the U.S., some of their like Czech Pilsners and German Pilsners in my area are like $17 a 4-pack. So not crazy expensive, but $18 a 4-pack would probably keep it from being in my fridge all the time. But I'd probably buy it maybe whenever they release it, I'd buy a 4-pack or 2 and just throw it in the fridge and then drink on them over the next 2-3 months. It's a great beer. And if you've had this one before, post in the comment section. I want to hear what you thought about this one. I'm pretty sure Sierra Hotel enjoys this one. If I'm going to say Sierra Hotel or Sierra Nevada this entire fucking review, I hope I'm saying Sierra Hotel. If I said Sierra Nevada, that's on this guy, but it's also hilarious, and I'm going to keep it in because we don't edit really anything here on the Beer Patrol. So once again, huge thanks Sierra Hotel. I love that. He sent me all this stuff, but he also, understood when I was going through the health stuff the last couple months and why I can't review a lot of the stuff. Maybe I'll review a couple other things. I don't know. Like, this is kind of changing my thought process. This was I said just over 3 months old. I'm reviewing this on, it's early October, like October 4th, 5th, 6th, something like that. And this was canned on 6/27. So this is essentially like 13 weeks old, or like just over 13 weeks old. And it's drinking extremely well. So there's not much more to say. Like I said, if you had this one before, post in the comment section. I'm going to go just pretty much crush the rest of this and maybe drink a beer off camera tonight because it's only 5.8% and enjoy myself. Thanks again to Sierra Hotel. Thanks to everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.